Yo, Descendant Augiesaint here, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. We have the E-Special Trade Agent here, or Zero as we like to call him. He has arrived in Albion again for the weekend. With him a new shop of items for us to go ahead and purchase. So without further ado, let's just hop straight into what he's offering this weekend. So first of all, you got to sell blueprints if you are missing vouchers. Now the vouchers on the right, they're premium. These you can only obtain by selling premium items. They have added a new function. Now we can actually select all at once. And if you press it, it's not going to select everything in your inventory. It's just going to select everything of the item you're hovering over. So for example, say if I press C or whatever the prompt is on console, you see we press that and it's going to select all the ones we have. Now it's only going to select 5 instead of all of my 26 because I'm going to go over the cap. There's a cap of 600 and it seems to be on both of the currencies. This one is from the 400% infiltrations, and then this one is obviously from selling your premium items. And both of them do cap out at 600, so that's why we can't select all of them. But if you had space, well, less currency than I do, you could go ahead and select everything. So just so you know, that's how you guys get the currency. Now let's move over to the first one. This is from the infiltration operations. As you can see, I was just in here before and I bought everything out. But basically what we got this week is we have some storage slots. Always pick up storage slots and inventory slots and descendant slots, any kind of slot, because these you have to actually buy with premium currency. So whenever this is available, I highly suggest going ahead and picking those up. And then we have the code breakers, and this currency is really going to cap out pretty fast if you are playing throughout the week. You get a lot of these by doing the 400% infiltrations, and we're playing so much and leveling up different builds and things, we're pretty much always just capped and they're just sitting there on the ground. So I could pretty much buy out this whole shop. It really depends on how much you play, but those I could suggest are worth the value. And then we come down to the scamalizers. Now these are not worth the value if you have limited playtime and you don't actually cap out on these every week. But if you are capping out or you're getting close to it and you have like an excess of these, plus if you get to one weekend where there's actually like really good stuff that he is selling, I know of a quick way for you guys to farm these like endlessly pretty much. Let me know if you want to see that video. But the TLDR is you go into the 400% infiltrations, you get to the end where it spawns the 2 bosses, and then you kill the boss with the 2 health bars and you let the other boss kill you, and that way you'll get the loot from that boss that died, but you'll still reset right there on the boss, and you can rinse and repeat that over and over and over as many times as you like. So if you guys would like me to make an in-depth video how to farm those up really quickly, if you have limited time and you can only really play once or twice a day, or maybe just on the weekend, and you want to have enough points to buy something, let me know in the comments and I'll work on that for you guys. But moving on, we have the Python blueprint, we have a Blair code, Nazestra's polymer, we have a Last Dagger nanotube, Greg's reverse fate's synthetic fiber, and then we have the Ajax cell. So if you're missing any of those, go ahead and pick them up. I couldn't remember if I was missing those specific ones. All I know is the Python, the Last Dagger, and the Nazeers, I don't have them fully upgraded. So that's why I went ahead and bought them, even though I don't know if I have them, because like I said, I just cap out on these so fast. So what would be nice is if they could add like this function where you can actually see how many of these you have in your inventory, or if you fully maxed out that weapon or whatever. Like this blade, they just put like a little star there or something you don't indicate that you already have it. Maybe like a little star to show that you have it fully completed, and then, or maybe like 4 stars, I guess 1 star for descendants, because you can't like really upgrade descendants with other descendants, but for like the ultimate weapons you can. So like they show different stars depending on how many levels you have it upgraded, and then they either just show like a times 15 or times 20 or whatever you have of that specific one. So you can just make sure that you don't have it. Otherwise, just go to your inventory and check what you're missing yourself. And then if we scroll on down, we have some colors over here. We've got matte jewelry blue, coral blue, and matte gray. Now I just buy all of these because I mean, this again you have to pay for with actual money, so that's why I always go ahead and buy these, as well as the hair dye down below. You need to buy all of this with premium currency, so why not just pick it up, and then maybe later on you'll actually find somewhere to use these, because I don't really like these colors, so to say, but maybe I find some use for them somewhere later on in like other descendant skin or something like that. We'll always find a use for a paint eventually, and it's very cheap to buy these because you're always capping out on these. Now let's have a look at the premium ones. Exchange supplies is where you'll find the premium ones. Yet again, we have storage slots, we have equipment slots. So those, for me, I would pick them up regardless of whatever slot they are, because they cost real money. And then we have the code breakers over there for the purple vaults. Go ahead and pick those up. And then we have the scamalizers over there again. Like I said before, these are probably not worth the value unless you kind of believe in RNGesus. If he's on your side, maybe go ahead and try him out. But I just bought it so that I could actually buy some tokens, because I was capped out before the videos. I couldn't actually show you guys the function earlier. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. Buy them if you want, if you have excess. But otherwise, if you don't have an excess, definitely don't buy those. Those are definitely not high up on the priority list. And then we have the restored relic blueprint. We have a crystal catter BP. This one, pick it up instantly. If it's a crystal catter BP or energy activator, just pick them up instantly. You can never have too many of these. We got the piercing light nanotube. We got the executor polymer. We got the clairvoyance fiber. And then again, we have all the different paints as well as the hair dyes. I pretty much always pick up those. I always pick up the crystal or the Cata BP. I always pick up the analyzers, and then I always get the slots. And then the weapon stuff completely depends on what you're missing. Now, hopefully in the future, they'll actually give us weapons that are hard to get, or like the lower percent chances. I think what they should do with the shop is change all of these drops to the 6% drop. Maybe not all of them, but like the 6 or the 10% drops, because I mean, I think most of these are 32% drops. I know these two are 32. I'm not sure about these, so I can't remember, but most of the stuff is just the high drop chance things anyway. So all of us is going to have a bunch of these. So I really hope they start giving us some of the lower percentage ones, or maybe every week they have like a mix, since it seems like there's about 4 pieces over here. We can have one piece that's a 6%, and we can have another piece that's a 10%, and then the last one could be in the middle, so you know, like that 20%, and then the fourth one could be the 32%. So that way it's kind of fair, instead of, you know, just giving them all 6%, because that might be a little bit too OP. But definitely hope they start working on that and take some feedback from everybody and listen to that, because I think that would be a really great change, especially for the people with not as much time as everybody else. You can just quickly farm up some tokens on the weekend and then buy yourself whatever part it is you are missing. But that's going to be it for the special trade agent this week. So honestly, it doesn't have the best stock over there. Best thing really is the crystal catalyst blueprint, and then the hair dyes. I guess if you want this platinum silver, you can go live out your Witcher fantasies. But other than that, nothing really too fancy. I do like the slots, so definitely A+ on those, but we'll have to see how everything else goes in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you found it helpful and you liked it. If you did, please drop a like and a sub to the channel. Helps me out more than you will ever know, and I will catch your beautiful faces on the next video, as well as in the live streams. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying